Divine Soul Tribe. I'm back again with another message and reading. I'm Divina. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back, Divine Soul Tribers. Right, I'm an intuitive energy reading empath. So he could be a she, energy's fluid, it flows. He could be a she could be a he, it could be you, it could be the person you're connected to, past person, future person, co-workers, family members, friends, acquaintances. Take it as it resonates, Divine Soul Tribers, okay? So, this is going to be a general collective reading and chat. So, not everything is going to fit. So, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Okay, so we're going to get straight into it today. Right, so the channeled song I got yesterday was, oh, hang on, I forgot to get my laptop. Right, it's my party, and I'll cry if I want to. Somebody's having a pity party, Divine Soul Tribers. That'll be your ex, or your past person, should we say, the distorted counterpart. Oh, it keeps kicking this thing. Right, so we'll just get into it. Right, this is about it's literally, right, if you read the lyrics of this, right, it's literally about nobody knows where my Johnny has gone and Judy left at the same time. So basically this person went off with somebody else, right, and they're upset and they're crying and they're basically saying, well, it's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Oh, and that song the other day, Divine Soul Tribers, from Dirty Dancing, was called Stay by Maurice Williams. So you could be dealing with somebody called Maurice, somebody called Williams, somebody called Bill, or any of those names. This was written in 1953, but it was released in 1960. Phil Gernhard produced it. Genre do what? And it was released in August. So again with this August energy. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the so It's My Party is written by Wally Gold, John Gluck, Herbert, Tyrone. Why did it take so many people to write one song? Anyway, Seymour, Marcus. So just take it as it resonates. That was released in 1963. That could be relevant for somebody. Doesn't necessarily have to be. Right, anyway, let's get straight into it because I done a reading on TikTok. Yes, I will post it later when I've finished it. So you can see where these cards came from. So you was dealing with somebody that was distorted, because that's the distorted masculine and feminine energies that came out. So some of you may have some things that you still need to get rid of, to cleanse out of your system, but not much, not enough stuff that would put you in that category of distorted. Sexual freedom was another card that came out. Right, so what I got with that was this person that you was dealing with. This is why you're getting new Divine Soul Tribers. They wanted to play the field. They wanted to go and see how green the grass was on the other side of the fence. Wanted to keep their fingers in too many different pies. But we talked about this the other day, didn't we? So what came through when I was doing the TikTok reading was that they wanted to either have an open relationship, be polyamorous, have a throuple, or whatever kind of stupidness it was they wanted. They just wanted to go off and do whatever the heck it was they wanted to do. And the reason that you got up and walked away and set your boundaries was because you have self-respect, Divine Soul Tribers. And you needed to go and find your inner peace. You did. Now, yes, no one's saying that you guys weren't compatible, but they were in their distorted energy. You outgrew that situation, you learnt your lessons, and you moved forward. Hence the reason why this person's now having a pity party, because you've had enough. You took your leave from that situation completely, and you're not about to go back to anybody that is in this distorted energy. You're not. Because it will just drag you down to their level. Why would you lower your standards, Divine Soul Tribers? You have self-respect. That's why you set boundaries. Because you found your inner peace. Anyway, so we're going to get into it with a reading on these cards that are out here. But I did have some other, I was going to get some, well, I did get some other cards out to do tonight's reading. But I think that might have to be saved for another reading, because the ancestors cards from 2 different decks came out. So your ancestors have a message for you. So I will do that separately. And I want to get it all mingled up in this messy situation. Well, it's not messy for you because you took your leave, and look at you, look, you found your inner peace, because you are enough. You are. Look at you with all these strong boundaries up, looking after yourself. Enabling these boundaries is showing your self-respect, right? Because look, Divine Feminine out here, the Empress. That came up in the reading that I did for TikTok, because I used my Dark Mansion dinky deck. But even within that reading, this person's going to try to come back towards you in Knight of Wands energy, being led by their wand or their portal. Take it as it resonates. Energy's energy. But either way, this person is still running around in this carnal energy, should we say. Right. I feel like I need to get a couple of other cards out for this. Let me just see what comes up when we use... No, I'm just going to go with it. Right, okay. This distorted feminine and distorted masculine. Look, you've cut them out because you needed to stay on your divine path, Divine Soul Tribers. You're out here seeking... The truth of the matter is you walked away from them because you want to go and build a firm foundation. So you can build from that foundation and leave a legacy behind. And you can't leave a legacy behind with a distorted feminine or masculine. You're out here looking for victory in your life. So you had to walk away from this distorted counterpart. Because you're an empress out here and you deserve divine love. You do. You followed the signs that you were guided to take. The steps, that you was guided to take. You want things to celebrate, not be in this disappointed, upset, heartbroken energy. You've done your crying. You've been disappointed. You've been let down. And now you're walking your destined path. You are. But before you could do that properly, look. The Knave of Wands. I think that's like the page. This person is in an immature sexual energy still. Look, sexual freedom. Now, this doesn't necessarily just mean that in this deck. This is just what came out when I was doing the reading earlier. And it just kind of ties in with why this person's having a pity party. Because they actually felt like they had time. They could put you on hold, keep you in the corner while they was off exploring their carnal urges, should we say. In that immature sexual energy. Well, you went and sought enlightenment. They're over here, because of their fast and loose ways, experiencing tower moments. So it's not just one tower moment, it's more than one. Because here's the thing, Divine Soul Tribers. Because your ancestors, right, had to shield you and protect you and keep you away from that person, right? 1 second. They're not happy. They're not. So they're experiencing tower moments. It's what's commonly known as karma. Because the thing is, tower moment is like spirit, God, your ancestors, 10/10s on the clock, getting involved. Huh? Because this person, this distorted feminine or this distorted masculine, who's basically a sex addict from what I'm seeing here, right? Amongst other things, they have other addictions, but this was probably the worst one that's got you to turn your back and walk away from the situation, right? They wouldn't stop what they was doing. So they had the signs, they had the messages, they were given the gentle nudges, and they chose to ignore it. So now they're experiencing tower moments, because that's a little helping hand from the heavens, divine soul drivers. It's not funny, but what set off this chain of events was you cutting them off, taking your leave from the situation. It was. That's the truth of the matter. You had to walk away to seek your enlightenment. You did. 11/11's on the timer. You're going to get a true divine counterpart. You are. Well, this person's out here dealing with Jezebel spirits, because that's all they encounter now, which come with nothing but burdens and stress, making them feel weighed down. While you're out here expecting your wish fulfillment to come on in on them ships that you sent out manifestations on. Yeah. See, the thing is, you had no choice but to take your leave from the situation, because this person was too busy out here playing with Jezebel. Distorted, focused on the material aspects of life. Trying to be, using their carnal ways to get what they wanted in life, because they were stuck in the 3D. So now they're experiencing, because of their immature sexual energy, low vibrational energy. You went with God. You closed out the karmic cycles. Maybe this person's now starting to seek advice or counsel to a certain degree. 1, 2, 3, 4 was on the clock when I pulled this card out, right? So that they can start walking the right path, quite possibly. Because the thing is, you see, like with you guys, back and forth, in and out, round and round, all the rest of it, right? Because it's a never-ending story. Right, round and round, those cards. You know when something's different, right? And they know that this time it's different. You're done. Not, oh, see if you can lure me back in, done. You're done. Because you've surpassed that level of who you was. 22 is on the clock, right? You've surpassed that level of who you was. You're not that person. You've shed that last little shred of distorted energy that tied you to this person, that made you keep hoping that they would change, that made you keep hoping that they would grow and evolve and move in a different direction. You cut it out so that you could walk away and take the steps necessary to continue on your spiritual journey. And you're recovering from that. You're no longer indecisive. Should I still wait? Should I? No. You were like, I've had it. You've been patient enough. You're an earth angel, crying out loud. Why on God's green earth would you wait any longer? You've waited long enough. You were left out in the cold. But you never gave up on the knowing that you was going to be in a divine connection. You didn't. Let's put that back on. You never gave up on that. is out here watching you. Look, this is the thing. You can't trust this person. Why? This person's got a snake tattooed on their hand and an eye tattooed on their neck. They're watching you to see when they can slither on in again, because they still haven't grown. Page energy. Huh? They're intensely observing to see when they can come in and be snaky again. Until this person can come to, because the thing is, you're walking your destined path. This person here knows there's distorted masculine or feminine energy that wants their sexual freedom because they're sexually immature, knows that you're part of their destined path. And that's why they thought, because they know that you're their perfect match. But they had no intentions of resolving the conflict that they created between the two of you, because they wanted to go out and explore their options, right? So here's the thing. They know that you're part of their destined path, but they also know that you've walked away. At this point, your part in their play was to help them grow and evolve, because now they're trying to make some changes because they want to come back towards you. And all they do is sit up at night stressing. They've got stress, anxiety, burdens. They don't stop thinking about how they can come back towards you. Look, and they're going to come rushing on in because they're out here crying. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Wasn't that though when you was crying? When you were sad, when you was upset, when you felt defeated, when you felt at a loss as to why this person didn't want to accept your love. And now you've taken your love away and given it to yourself instead of trying to give it to them. They're upset. Even this one here, even this knight, look, has got a flipping snake on his arm. I'll have to do some more research on snakes because it's getting on my nerves now. That's every single reading I've done for the last few weeks. A snake in one way, shape. There's even a snake on the bottom of that, and that's the Wheel of Fortune. That's why I generally tend to use this deck for karmic energies. But anyway, right? Snake. Huh? I'm seeing that as devil energy at this point. Low vibrational energies. So this person is still going to try and come and rush on in to your life when they're not ready yet. Because that knight is the one that plays Casper. Rushes on in and they disappear as quickly as they came in. Don't do it. They need to grow and evolve, and they need to emotionally balance themselves out, because at this point they're not ready, right? You're getting new. Yes, you're going to have a choice, and it's entirely up to you what you do, Divine Soul Tribers. You can entertain this person again, but I'm telling you, they're not ready. They're not healed enough. They're not. At this point, it's like, I've lost my toy, I want my toy. Because that's all you were to them. I'm not saying that they didn't care about you, not saying that they don't have feelings for you or love you or anything like that, because they do. But they're distorted. They see you as property. They feel like they own you, because to a certain degree they are aware of the connection that you guys have. Look, the Knight of Coins. They took their time coming towards you. And while they were taking their time, instead of growing and evolving, they were playing the field. Exploring their options. Even though they knew they would always come back to you eventually. But now they've run out of time. They took too long. Now they're choosing the path of true love. You've chosen the path of true love, to truly love yourself. To truly love yourself. And now that they know they're in love with you, but they're not emotionally balanced enough. You see what you've got coming on in? Somebody that's emotionally balanced and ready to share that love with you. Four of Wands and the Eight of Cups. You worked hard. That's why you're getting the Four of Wands. Huh? You worked really hard on your inner peace. Huh? On your self-respect. Well, you always had that anyways. Well, not always. Because you were distorted once. But you've grown and evolved. You've learned how to enable your boundaries and stick to them. You're able to resolve conflict within yourself. And this is what's giving you emotional freedom. At least enough emotional freedom for you to be able to walk away from situations that hold you back. You had the strength to walk away. You did. Because you weren't about to miss out on an opportunity to be with a true divine counterpart. You weren't. Emotionally balanced, taking your leave from situations, growing, evolving, transforming, leaving things where they belong in the past. Anything that wasn't in alignment with who you are now, you left in the past. Because you are grown. You nurtured yourself. You dealt with your wounded inner child. You did. You invested in you. You worked on your shadow side. Yeah? What's done in the dark will come to the light. Everything that this person's been doing in the background will come to the surface in one way, shape or form. That's what those towers are about. Excuse me. That's what those tower moments were about for this person. Because they've got no choice now but to face their shadow side. You taking your leave is what's defeated them. They've never had that before. Now they've got to stabilise themselves, ground themselves, and start learning about themselves and who they truly are. They've got no choice. They can't keep playing this same silly game because you cut them out of your life. You did. You were willing to make that sacrifice because you see things from a different perspective. You do. You're enlightened and they're becoming enlightened. And whilst they do that, they'll have to tend to their wounded inner child. They will. Just the same as you did. You're a child of God and you walk with God. And this is why you're enlightened now. No more treacherous, deceptive, manipulative, backstabbing people, places and things in your life. They're having to learn some tough lessons, but this is them and their addictions. They have to learn to face them. Oh, it's all right, I can stop doing that. They'll be back. They will. With their tail between their legs. Because all they can do is think about what you've shared in the past. And they're heartbroken. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't laugh. But they were quite happy to leave you in that energy. Inconsistent, in and out, round and round, never-ending story. Well, you found the last page of that book, didn't you, Divine Soul Drivers? Congratulations. Now you're out here manifesting this brand new stable beginning in your life. You took your power back and you became the director of your life. You did. And you found your inner peace because you stabilised yourself. It's 22:33. And this is what you've got coming on in. Somebody stable that's got their ish together. Not another page. Inconsistent, emotionally immature. They're sorry, but they don't know how to deal with their emotions. They're feeling overwhelmed at the moment because they've never been discarded before. See, you're in life for a spiritual union because you've unified yourself within yourself, right? They've got to do the same. Whether they get a spot back in your life or not, that remains to be seen because you've got new coming in. A divine counterpart, a divine masculine that's going to match your energy. You have something worth celebrating. Because you emancipated yourself, because you grew and evolved all by yourself. I told you this the other day. You didn't need anybody to hold your hand. You did it by yourself, and you needed to know that you could. And it was difficult for you. You had a tough time walking away, and it wasn't just from this distorted masculine or this distorted feminine. I mean, those two cards came out. That could quite easily be your past person with the person that they're with, the person that they chose to be with, over exploring or staying in the divine connection with you that would have enabled their growth. But that connection over there, that's what enabled their sex addictions and any other addictions that they had. Enablers, egging each other on, their toxic ways. It wasn't easy for you to cut yourself off from this person and walk away and take your leave, but you did it. Because you were tired of the manipulation. You were tired of feeling defeated. Every time you gave this person an opportunity to be a part of your life, every time you gave this person an opportunity to prove to you that they could be a better person, you felt you ended up feeling defeated yet again. So you got in the boat and you got away from them. Chariot, fast forward movement towards success. Success. To balanced connections, not just in love, but in all areas of your life. Equal give and take, reciprocity. This person's going to message you though and tell you that they're going to give you all of that. But just use your discernment, because they're out here facing their judgment. Whilst you listened to your call, like I told you the other day, you heard the horn blowing, you answered, you responded to that call, and then you were chosen to walk that divine path, right? Because you did the work. This person out here is facing judgment for ignoring their call. You healed, you grew, you evolved, and you're a star in God's eyes. Your ancestors are proud of you. I'm telling you, I've got a message from your ancestors, right? You took notice of the signs that you were being given to come away from people, places and things that made you feel trapped in your old life, in your training program. You walked away from all of those things. You took the advice from the angels, right? And you went and walked the path that made you feel free within yourself. You freed yourself from the shackles that confined you to your training program. Just be mindful of your past person coming on in playing Casper with the love bombing, because they think it might get you back. Keep your batteries up. Divine Soul Tribers, all the way up. Stand your ground. Enable the boundaries, and if you say there's going to be a consequence, you make sure you deliver the consequence. Because you're not confused anymore. You're going to have options. Well, you already have. But this person out here is done with their options. They're no longer confused because they want to come through. And they know what they've got to do. They know they've got to cut things out of their life that hold them back, that make them feel confused. People, places and things. But look, because they're in this low vibrational energy tied to the flipping devil, they're in a state of chaos and conflict. They are out here feeling like a fool because they missed out on their happily ever after with you. They're going to have to watch you taking a leap of faith, stepping out of your comfort zone and going towards your happy ever after. While you hold back from them and they hold on to you. You're out here about to get a brand new passionate beginning. That's all they're going to want with you. That's all they do want with you. And you know this. Out here in your high priestess energy, moving in silence. Huh? They're going to want to come on in and try to collaborate with you. Telling you, want to make it right this time. But just be mindful, because look, these are the last two cards. That's the King of Wands, who in their distorted energy is just a player, an F-boy, F-girl, led by their wand or their portal. That's the Seven of Swords. So, I mean, we could take it one of two ways, right? It could be a case of this person out here, right, is still in their distorted energy and they're going to be deceptive and manipulative to try and get what they want. Or this person could be getting into a more mature energy and devising a plan of how they can grow and evolve and stay in this energy and be more focused, and they're coming up with a plan as how to come towards you. You've got options. You have divine soul drivers. And I'm telling you, you've got a divine counterpart coming your way. Divine. Not distorted, divine. Alright? Sure, a card fell down there. I'm sure I'll find it tomorrow or later. Because the thing is, right, you were patiently waiting out here. This person wanted to be out here in a distorted partnership, right, with somebody that gave them their sexual freedom, somebody that was probably amenable to them being poly, open relationship, in a throuple, whatever it is, yeah. But they knew that you, yes, in the beginning you was compatible, but you were sent to this person to help them heal, to help them see that that's not a way to live. They didn't want to see that, right? So you took your leave of the situation because you've got self-respect, divine soul tribers. So you're out here closing out karmic cycles, doing the right thing, while they're experiencing tower moments because they didn't want to listen. They didn't want to. There's that clock. Telling you they're going to get in touch with you soon, because they know that the person that they've ended up with, because they chose somebody else that was as distorted as they were, well, more distorted, because yeah, look, they're tired of wearing a mask. They're tired of these options that they've had. Many options, unconventional. I told you, unconventional. One night stand, string along. That's what they did to you. They strung you along, thinking that they could keep you on hold. It's like when people say to me, oh, he said he wanted to stay. I said, no, he didn't. No, he doesn't. Oh, yeah, he did. Let me decipher that little sentence for you. Let's stay friends. I want to keep you as an option while I go out and explore other connections, and if I don't find anybody else that I feel fit, I'm going to come back and trouble you. But in the meantime, I don't want you going anywhere else. I don't want you involving yourself with anybody else. So I'm just going to give you just enough to keep you hanging on while I go and do what I want. That's what let's stay friends means. It does. Men, and this is just, because I talk to mostly women. Men do not go around collecting female friends. They don't. They go around collecting options. So please, can we just get our common sense caps on and open, well, not me, because obviously, what do you need to stay friends for? With somebody that you're attracted to on that level? Doesn't make sense. Or somebody that you're in love with. Why are you trying to stay friends with somebody that you're in love with or that you're sexually attracted to? Why? Where is the logical sense in that? Because if they're out exploring their options, stringing you along, exploring their options, having one night stands and unconventional relationships with other distorted beings, you're the one sat over there being upset, emotionally traumatized, because this person keeps giving you just enough. What's the matter with you? Unless you have children together or some financial ties that you need to, get out of, that makes zero sense to stay friends with somebody that you are sexually attracted to or in love with, in the hope that they'll pick you. What are you being a pick me for? You're a divine feminine or masculine. This keeps being at the bottom of the card. They're interested in you, Bloom. This is the no person. I'm telling you, Divine Soul Tribers, it's a secret admirer. You've got a secret admirer, and they admire you for your boundaries. You're out here stabilising yourself, making sure that you're secure within yourself and in your environment, right? And you don't give up on your growth, and they admire you for that. This person has got a lot of admiration for you. They have. Your secret admirer. They watch you. They see how much respect you've got for yourself. Look. Karmic relationships. They're poker face. This distorted person's going to take a chance and jump ship, right? And try to give up their addictions. Snake again. Right? Just listen, I'm telling you, they're facing a lot of stuff over there, trying to jump ship. Paradise. That was in the reverse though. So, happiness and joy, playfulness, enjoying each other, honeymoon phase, that's well and truly. Well, that's what happens when you turn down blessings from God. You end up with lessons from the devil. Maybe that's what that snake is. Because at this point, until I go off and do a little bit more research as to why the snake shows up every single time I've done a reading the last few weeks, right? Because you think, right, if you're going to, let's go with it, like, it doesn't, the serpent went into the garden and tempted Eve. That's why this flipping snakes are always all over this damn readings. Because that's that devil energy. Right at the bottom of the deck. Bloody make it up. Anyway. So this person out here is done with all of this. And the third party that they was with, well, they still are. Well, I don't know. I feel like they're trying to get out of that situation. I said that the other day, didn't I? Maybe they're trying to sabotage that connection. Right? You healed yourself. You healed your heart. Right? And you dealt with things, and you dealt with things that came to the surface when you realised what was going on in the background. Right? This person out here thought that they had time, and they were still out here wearing this false mask. Right? Hiding their true feelings for you because they thought they didn't need to face them. That's why. Separation. You took your leave from this situation. Now they're missing you. Now they're thinking about you. Wow, they've always been thinking about you, but you're over it. Challenges. That's the thing. They think it's a challenge, but they know it's different this time. Make a decision, work on inner healing. That's what they've got to do. Patience. You had more than enough patience when you was dealing with this person. That's why you're over it now. And a lot of you were like, off you go with love and light. Off you pop. Health issues. I'll tell you what does keep coming up. STDs. Well, I suppose if you want your sexual freedom, that's kind of what goes with it, is if you're not being careful. It's safe, isn't it? I mean, that could be sexually or spiritually transmitted demons or diseases, or both. Probably both. Anyway, cycles. Something ending, something beginning. Told you. You've got something new coming on in there. And they're trying to end something over there. But look, gambling again. Prepared to take a risk. Problems with addictions or gambling and bad finances. That's part of their karma. But they need to start working on their addictions. Because that's what got them in this mess. That's what ended them up with a distorted counterpart. Dealing with the damn devil. Because they took it. That's why that snake keeps coming up. Because they opted for the lesson from the devil. That's why. That's what they wanted. Because that person or that lifestyle matched their low vibrational energy. Devil energy. Get one more. I want to see what's coming in your new situation. I'll get the soulmate cards. I'll just take that one. Air sign, fire sign. Flipping love spell. Earth sign, move on. Basically, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just putting the signs back. Communicate. Compromise, forgive, work it out. That's what this person's going to come on and saying to you. Can we work it out? Is there nothing we can do? I didn't mean to do that. Give it time. Everything in divine timing. Let things flow. Right? But you did. You gave it time. More than enough time. You've got commitment coming on in. But they'll come running up in the background. Now, here's the thing, Divine Soul Tribers. If you want to give this person yet another chance to show you something different, that's entirely up to you. But you've got a blessing from God on the way in. Exactly what you've asked for. Well, maybe not exactly what you've asked for. Well, no, yeah. It's just not in exactly the way you expect it to come on in. That's the thing. That's the only difference, Divine Soul Tribers. So, you've got new coming on in, and this person's out here knowing that it's different this time, knowing that this separation isn't the same as before. Obstacles. This jumped up over this side, where these distorted couples are. Where this distorted couple is, or just energy. So here's the thing. For those of you that have decided you don't want anything more to do with that connection, you wish them all the best. You know, send them lots of love and healing and hope that they find some inner peace and heal what haunts them, so on and so forth. I would suggest you find a way to completely block them out, because what I just heard was they will, that was at the bottom when I started a minute ago. This person will try to, what's the right word? Cause problems, obstacles, challenges, obstacles and challenges. Throw a spanner in the works is what I'm hearing, because they told you they're like a petulant child. You're mine. No, dear. This is the thing, right? You was theirs. You was marked for them. They wanted to go and play with the damn devil. They were seduced, by the low vibrational energies. 44, 44. You're divinely protected. That's why you was guided to take your leave from the situation, to walk away, to enable your boundaries and show them your self-respect. Huh? Remind yourself that you are enough. Find your inner peace. They admire you for that, but it doesn't mean that they don't have a jealous streak and they're not not obsessive. Well, they're obsessive, but possessive. They think you belong to them. So they may well, but they'll be very subtle about the way they're presenting the obstacles and challenges. So trust your instincts. You need to have trust in a relationship in order for it to flourish. And you didn't trust this person. Look, that's what I've just said. Enable your boundaries, because this person is going to be a challenge, right? You're being tested right now. Come out of this illusion that this person, look, 11:11. This is what you've got coming. Stop allowing that person from the past to catch your attention. What are you giving them attention for? They don't want to give it to you. They did not want to give you their attention when you was open to it. They were too busy dealing with snakes, dealing with serpents, dealing with the devil and the low vibrational energies, dealing with distorted counterparts. Sensible boundaries. Like, look, that's twice boundaries has come out. You need to have them because you're going to be tested. I told you this before. I can't even remember when it was. I told you you're going to be tested. For you to get to the next level in certain areas, you're going to have to test out of the last one. You are. Receptive. Challenges, obstacles, tests, challenges has come out. I'm telling you this person's going to... Oh, but I've been... I told you before. I'm going to. I just need to. Receipts. Don't let this person even so much catch your side eye unless they're coming at you with receipts. They can show you what they've done to grow and evolve. They can show you that they've changed. They can prove it to you. Because they'll come on in with a lovely little illusion to finesse you. Just when you meet this person that is equally matching your energy, right? You've got to be open and receptive. Don't keep getting caught off guard by somebody who doesn't even know themselves. Right? Right. Keep looking at that Kipper deck, but I really don't know what it's going to give me at this point, so I think that's going to go with the Ancestors reading. But give it time, Divine Soul Tribers. If this person comes back to, not if, when this person comes back towards you, because they can't help themselves, tell them. It takes time to prove anything. Huh? Don't let them feed you an illusion. Avoid the trap of mistaking a fantasy for a true soul connection. And it's not that that's not a true soul connection, but is this person going to feed you a fantasy just to keep you on hold a little bit longer? You know healing takes time, you know growth takes time, and you know it's not something that's done in a couple of weeks or a couple of months. Most of you have been at this for years, decades. Took me 2 years to just completely stop drinking. Not that I was an alcoholic, well, I suppose at one point I was, but you know, that's besides the point. What I'm saying is, I'd go out, get on it at the weekends, mash up. But it took me 2 years to just eventually be like, look, my body just doesn't like the alcohol, just stop. Oh, I'll mix it with this, I'll mix it with that, da-da-da. Just, you know it takes time to heal, grow and evolve. Enable your boundaries when this person comes up. But even when this new person comes in, make sure you've got your boundaries up. Because all true soul connections involve challenges. But this is the thing. If you've got somebody that runs away every time a challenge is presented to them, they're not ready. This person here will have those uncomfortable conversations so that you can resolve anything that comes up that may present itself as a challenge within your connection, because they're mature, because they're evolved, because they've grown, because they're no longer in their training program, Divine Soul Drivers. So, I'm going to get a couple of cards from here, and then I'm going to close this out. Right. Love yourself first. That's about having boundaries, self-respect. While this person's over here feeling overwhelmed because you've left them, they're having their little pity party. They want to come on in and have a heart-to-heart conversation. You can be open to listening to them, but it doesn't mean you have to stop what you're doing and hang on every word they say. Just Tina Turner's "You're Simply the Best." I hang on every word you say. Tear us apart. No. That's them. That's why I'm hearing that song. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone they've ever met. They're stuck on your heart. They hang on every word you say. Tear us apart. No. They refuse to believe that you finally walked away, but they know it's different this time. See, for some of you, they've actually seen you with someone else. They've seen you happy with someone else. Maybe you've posted a picture on your social media, because we all know that they like to intensely observe you. And that's where this pity party is coming from. Or maybe you're not responding to their messages. Maybe you've blocked them everywhere and you've changed your number so that they can't get hold of you because you're done. Right? You freed yourself. That they want you to give this relationship a chance. Look, there they are again, putting you on hold. Be worth waiting for. Said that the last time. Said that the time before that. Spirit said it's time to forgive and learn from. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Forgiveness is for you, not for them. You can let them know that you've forgiven them. They want to come and express their love. You can let them know that you've forgiven them, but it doesn't mean you have to be open to more of their bullshit. Let me just pay for that. Alright, you don't have to be open to any more of their nonsense. But they feel like you could be the one. You're simply the best. Tina Turner. So you could be dealing with somebody called Turner. You could be dealing with somebody called Tina. You could be dealing with somebody called, I think, so Johnny and Judy. So those two names. What was his name? Something Williams. Maurice Williams. So Maurice, Murray, Williams, whatever, right? So, yeah. Past life relationship. See, this person, they can't get over you. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Because you're a divine feminine. Or masculine, take it as it resonates. It doesn't really matter. But at this period of time, you're in your feminine energy because you're getting ready to receive. And I told you this the other day when I did that reading when all those female ancestors come through, and I said to you, stay optimistic about your love life. I said to you, your ancestors are telling you need to get into your feminine energy because you need to be ready to receive what's coming next. Didn't believe me, though, did you? Some of you have already met these new people. You have. And it's going to be a testing time. Especially when this especially when this other person comes back into your life. Because they'll come back in, I'm telling you now, they'll come back in when you're at that point where you're like, I really like this person, I really want to explore this connection a little bit further, I want to move things up to the next level, and you're getting ready to feel like to open up to this person, to move things along. That's when this other person will come on in, because banter, why not? Huh? But you freed yourself, so stay free. They wanted to go and explore their sexual freedom with a distorted counterpart. That was the choice that they made. They got tempted by the devil, wanted to stay in the devil's playground, getting their lessons from the devil instead of collecting and graciously accepting 2304. So it's 234. It's Ascension time, Divine Soul Tribers. Instead of graciously accepting their blessing from God that was sent to them to help them heal and move forward and grow spiritually. They don't want it. They'd rather feed their addiction demons with other demons, Jezebel spirits. They got themselves all caught up. Health problems, STDs, spiritually or sexually transmitted demons and diseases. Take it as it resonates. Got themselves all tucked up nicely into a karmic relationship. Distorted feminine and the distorted masculine out here having a pity party. Because they wanted to keep their options open. They did. So now they're upset about this separation, getting ready to take their false mask off. Getting ready. They don't want it anymore, and they know they feel like time has run out. And they're like, how can I get back to my counterpart? So just be mindful of them coming on in, trying to get you to bend your boundaries. Well, I've done this, I'm going to do that, blah, blah, blah. What have you done? What's different this time? Why should I listen to you now? Anyway, right, Divine Soul Tribers, I am going to namaste you out of this one. God knows you knew that. Right. The Lord works with a blessing of endless possibilities. Allow your inner child to be the master for a while, and don't take things too seriously. Have fun and explore the world of endless possibility. Something wonderful is created through the imagination and innocence. Right, let me just see what comes out. Just don't be caught off guard when this person comes through, because you know they're going to come back, because they always do. They'll find a way to get in touch with you. If you've blocked them everywhere, just be prepared for an email or a home visit, or them turning up at your work, because they're going to start acting desperate, because the more you ignore them, the more low they become. Because they don't want that distorted lifestyle anymore. All I want is you. Anyway, you can't make this one up. A blessed new beginning. A series of serendipitous events guides you to a renewed sense of clarity and purpose. Release all that no longer serves you. The past is behind you. Bless it and let it go. Your life is an eternal new beginning, moving through time. Look at that beautiful picture. And on that note, Divine Soul Tribers, I'm going to love you and leave you. So, until next time, stay divine.